Hi everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. Thought I'd do an update or final update video for you today. Going to be harvesting this in the background, which is oca. So if I turn the camera around and then we can have a little look together. Well, I've brought it in from the garden just so you can have a look in the daylight, as it's pretty dark out there. This is oca. And this year I've grown it into the containers. I don't know whether some of you have seen the video, hopefully you have, of starting it off, but I grew some oca last year, tried it, wasn't overly impressed with eating it raw. Admittedly, you know, I did have it as cooked and I thought that was nice cooked, and ate too many of them really, to the point where I just found myself left with 3 tubers to grow. So given the fact that I only had 3 to grow, I thought I'd put them into this bell planter or plastic bell planter pot. And actually in the container, as you can see, it's gone absolutely crazy foliage wise. And I'm hoping that all of this extra top growth will result, or would have resulted, in loads of tubers forming. As a by the by, see how this stem's gone. So this flat, that's called fasciation. But anyway, that's a little side thing for you. So what I thought I'd do is cut the plant back now, and then we'll tip it out and see how we've got on with all the tubers. Right, nothing too technical because we literally just want to cut this down and make it easy so that we can actually get to the tubers. So work our way through with your secateurs or scissors or whatever, and we are, as middle of December, week away till Christmas. So actually these tubers might be quite nice for Christmas alternative to the humble potato. And I've left it until now to cut it back, because you want to wait until the frosts have just started and got to the plant, and so you know that it's actually dying back naturally, but you want to harvest it before the frosts and the cold have actually got in and caused the actual tubers to start rotting down, or stems to start rotting down. So first bit of snipping done, and we'll come down and just snip closer to the ground. Now we can actually get in there. There we are, that's great. Right, I'll just get rid of this lot onto the compost heap, and I'll be right back with you. Right, I'm back. So let's get in there, shall we? Easiest way has got to be to tip it over. Don't know if you can see these here, but that's some of the tubers at the top, and like these little babies. So they should be bright red, so that makes it nice and easy to search for. So anything that's bright red, going to be picking it out of this compost. So let's get going, I suppose. Right, oh, that's the pot off. Look at those bad boys. You see these? So that's the oca tubers. There we are. So first things, just going to remove some of this top section of compost that we know is obviously not containing anything, and then get some of these out. At least we can tell what they are just by looking at the colour. I mean, look at that. Look at that colour, it's beautiful. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so I'm working my way through now, pulling out as much as possible, because much like our potatoes, normal potatoes, if you leave these in the compost and then chuck the compost around the garden, these will be sprouting up next year again. So even these little things, just want to make sure you pull them out. Like I say though, the fact that they're this lovely orangey red should make things a lot easier in finding them, and there is no skilled way to do this. You just got to pull off a handful of compost, and there's the original label. Pull off a handful and work your way through, sifting for anything that is not compost like. So yeah, I just spied that, so I thought I'd film that for you. So that grub there even, that is vine weevil. And so if we had left this container of ochre over winter, that little grub there would then eat its way through all those lovely roots that you've been working so hard to grow. So you need to get rid of them anyway. But on with the harvest. So having emptied out all that container, that's what we're left with. So let me just give them a good old wash, and then you can see clearly what sort of size roots, tubers you're left with. And there we are, that's all cleaned up. Look at those beautiful looking ochre roots, rhizomes, just glistening away. Well, I can see there's a couple that probably want pulling out. So that's where they've been eaten by, well, probably by the vine weevil. But generally speaking, they're good. And so now what you want to do is discard this middle piece that they've been growing on. Keep those little bits, and that becomes your discard stuff. And really, yeah, where you've got some big old pieces like that, you know, they'd be ideal for eating. Well, most of that'd be good for eating, and then just make sure that you save some for growing on next year. And all I tend to do, I just let it dry out now, and then yeah, you can cook it like a potato. You can eat it raw, but to be honest, I don't like the taste at all. Yeah, I just tend to let it dry for a few weeks, and then plant it again, and then start the cycle all over again, ready for hopefully an even better crop. And you think that all of that lot came from 3 small tubers that I had left over from last year. So actually, with a bit of effort, I can well, hopefully do much better for next year. So from me and the ochre, it's goodbye. Hope you found the video of interest, and certainly, you know, you might look back on some of the others to see how it grew, how I started it. Any questions, just ping them over to me and I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on any future videos that I'm posting. Keep having fun doing your gardening bits and pieces, whether that's outside or now we're in winter, whether that's indoors. But till next time, take care and see you soon. Bye for now.